crew. Saw the magician's assistant in half like who the are you? Who the are you? Who the are we? We be the dudes who just come over to water the lawn. We don't say hi, we just come over to walk your dog. We nice like that, we super nice like that. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. One key thing to watch today will be the battle in the trenches. The Giants are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against the Saints team that will need to figure out how much it can count on the run. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. He'll drop to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And the Giants send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. First down, they'll run it on the draw play. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
first down. He'll drop to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
New York set to take the field, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is... taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Here we go. Over.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing
those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
So it'll be first down here after the run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Second down now after the pass completion. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Looking to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Love the effort. Love the dramatics. Getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He'll look to throw, and he will find his man on the outside. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was impressive by the defense. They just got hit for a big pass play, and instead of rushing out and getting back deep to cover, they played their techniques, saw the run develop, and ran to it and made the play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the first down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and end up making a really nice play.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And trotting back out there now, this Saints defense. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 7-3 the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 19. And it'll give the Giants a first down. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
That is right. Let's win.
Watching now, Barney.
Let's win right here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
A one-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of one-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional one-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants defense working their way back onto the field now. And they've got the lead. Last time they surrendered the field goal. We'll see what they do this go around.
And giving up 3 is never ideal because any defense wants to pitch a shutout. But that's not a bad thing in most situations. You only give up field goals, your team has a chance to win.
Yeah, and they still, as I said, they've got the lead here. We'll see if they can get a stop and hold them to 0 points this time. They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 39 that time.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So they get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates... They're really in sync right now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The offense lining up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here we go now.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll drop the throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And the Giants send out their punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is down deep into Giant territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here in the I. And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Only a couple there, as he'll be brought down about the 28. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
No, check.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And ready for 3rd and 6. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
The days of knowing your assignment, dropping to it, and calling it a day, that's over with. Because now, when you drop into a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area, guess what? Now it goes from zone to man-to-man coverage in many cases. And on this particular play, able to see the play in front of him, react to it, and knock the ball away. Gotta like what you just saw there, if you like zone defense.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Giants really played well last week, but that hasn't always been the case today. The Saints are doing a good job keeping them off balance, and that's led to a lead for them at the half. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Now 1st and 10, under pressure here. The pass is picked off. Giants defense happy to get off the field. Offense now with the shot after the pick. Some phenomenal blocking on the run here, and he'll take this all the way for a touchdown, giving them an early lead. Now early in the 2nd quarter, pass coverage will break down here, and that connection will lead to a gain of 19 yards. Sticking with the same drive, he'll head up the middle on the run, and he capped off the 9-play drive with a TD. Giants push their lead to 11. Now to early in the 2nd. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and that connection will lead to a gain of 39 yards. Sticking with the same drive, out of the shotgun, pass will be completed, and that goes as a 15-yard touchdown, closing the gap to 4. Saints with the football late in the half. They'll go to the ground and pound here, and a quick 3-play drive ends with the score. They go ahead by 3. Still late in the first half, the pass will be completed into coverage, and it's caught for the touchdown. The Saints push the lead to 10. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. We get a look now at the Giants defense as they file into position. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I could just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes, first series of the second half, offense or defense, you've got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing right, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Hey, you got three, three down. Here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it? Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it. Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And this is back down to a 7-point game. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer. Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a handoff looking right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
There's no doubt that his size is a factor, but I've seen a lot of big running backs in the league not have that kind of impact because they don't run like a big back should. Get behind their pads, as they like to say, lower center of gravity, and knock people backwards. Sometimes they run too upright and take too many hits. Not this guy. He knows how to get low, break tackles, and gain additional yardage.
Here we go! 319!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Second and very short here, less than a yard. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. To throw now on first down. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Hurry up, here we go!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And this one is right through. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defensive position, and he just gets taken out.
Red zone opportunity. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Second down and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go. Green 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Another pistol look here.
Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Fighting through. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Time running out here on the play clock. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. They come up in an offset eye. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And they only need a little bit here. 3rd down and very short.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And it's a fumble. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock? As you noted, so many things to go through.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now they'll run it on the toss. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go! 3-19! Gone! Leopard! Watching that, Marty!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Second and just 1. They come out here in the I. Going to give this time to the tailback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Saints, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.